take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the New York Jets. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's Love looking to pass on the first play. Throw left side complete. That's Reed. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
Well, this defense certainly knows they're going to have their hands full trying to slow down this passing game. Here's an example on the very first play from scrimmage. I think we'll see some different looks, maybe some pressure from different places, but it didn't work there, and it's a quick first down.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 18 more yards there and another first down.
18 on the play. First down, Green Bay.
Throwing. Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. When you talk about this Jets defense, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Now a 2nd and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Now they pitch to Jacobs. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Love. That is caught. And he's going to have a Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
First down, Packers.
Love from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now a first carry here for the running back. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marshawn Lloyd, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Smith now to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The Jets at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. He'll look to throw. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Here's Allen. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Taken down right at the line.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Second and 4. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So typically you'd say nice job defensively to force a decision on 4th down, but they've already gone for it once and converted, so you better make sure your defense stays out on the field and is alert.
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. They're going to look to throw. Forced out to his left. All right, rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, Charles, certainly circled that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said give me the analytics. And the analytics said go for it. Didn't work out.
On the tackle, it was Dane Belton.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 47 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. That's to Golden. He's got it right side. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Working out of the gun. Love. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jahdae Barron. And the Jets are going to take over here up near the 40.
Intercepted.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Here's 2nd and 8. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Here's more on the return. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting 1st downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Let's go. Black, 95.
Here's Love. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open book beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Going back to Love. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's going to have the Packers first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
Those are some of the easiest yards this quarterback will ever throw for. He gets it to his man behind the line of scrimmage and then lets him do the rest. He wasn't able to break it for a huge gain, but it was enough for the first down.
Now Love. A short throw to Musgrave. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. A give, it's Jacobs off the option. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. To throw now. Here's Love. He finds his receiver, Watson. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Love now. This will be caught just inside the 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 8-yard line.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And the second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Smack now for the PAT.
Extra point.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Packers 14, Jets nothing. Trey Smack to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
10 at the 27-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now back to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Race back to kick off for Green Bay.
A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this 2nd half. On the return is Xavier Gipson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, trying to slow things down a little bit.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. That's complete. It's Adnan Mitchell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. They'll run with Hall. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
On first down, right back to Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
2nd and 11. And that'll be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Now he'll give it up on the reverse. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll start the drive here with an end around. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Come on, set. Get your ball.
And they'll run it here. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Throwing. Love. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
Hall on a give up the middle. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Hall. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. 1 yard and now no yards. Have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They'll set up a throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Second and 10. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
The Packers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Love looking to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got it 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And this is incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 28. 72 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he is going to have the Packers 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3rd and 9 here. Love. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. They go with Jacobs. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. The Packer offense and Jordan Love staying out there, so they're going to try to go for 2.
The Packers will set
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Packers 22, Jets 3.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
Boy, a dangerous throw there. Fortunate for him, it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Evan Williams. And the Packers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. That one looks like he'll throw here.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
Quick slant to Watson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Love, he's going to change the play here.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Jacobs will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
A run. It's Watson. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Christian Watson
Taking it in from 4 yards out, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions. Nope.
Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire 2nd half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
I went deaf on it. Ever since you left me, more money, more cars, more shows. Ever since you left me, more diamonds, more gold, more motion, more. I went deaf on it. I went deaf on it. All I need is one night.
You gon' have to splurge on it.
All I need is one night.
Whip in a purse.
I went deaf on it. Yes, my, yes, I, fiesta.